In today's fast-moving world, our minds rarely rest. We wake up thinking about what we didn't finish yesterday, and we go to sleep worrying about tomorrow. Thoughts pile up, fear creeps in, and before we realize it, we are no longer living, we are just thinking about living. This is the story of a young man who was drowning in his own thoughts. There was once a young man named Ethan. From the outside, his life looked normal. He had a job, he had friends, he had dreams, but inside, his mind was a battlefield. Every decision became a struggle. Every small mistake turned into regret. Every what if turned into fear. He would lie awake at night, replaying conversations, imagining worst-case scenarios, questioning every choice he had ever made. "Why can't I just stop thinking?" he whispered one night, staring at the ceiling. But the thoughts never stopped. One day, overwhelmed and exhausted, Ethan decided he couldn't live like this anymore. He had heard about a wise teacher who lived far away in the mountains, a man known for helping people find peace. So Ethan packed his bag and made the journey. After hours of walking, he finally arrived at a small, quiet hut. The teacher was sitting outside, calm, still, as if time itself had slowed down around him. Ethan approached and said, "Master, my mind is never quiet. I think too much. I worry too much. I feel like I'm losing myself. Please teach me how to find peace." The teacher looked at him and smiled gently. "I will help you," he said, "but first, I have a task for you." The teacher handed Ethan a small bowl filled to the very edge with water. "Take this bowl," he said, "and walk around the village." Ethan looked confused. "That's it?" he asked. The teacher nodded. "But there is one rule," he added. "You must not spill a single drop of water." Ethan hesitated, but agreed. As Ethan began walking, his focus sharpened immediately. Every step mattered. He walked slowly, carefully, eyes fixed on the bowl. He didn't notice the people around him. He didn't hear the noise of the market. He didn't think about his past or worry about his future. For the first time in a long time, his mind was completely still. There was only one thing that existed, the present moment, the bowl and his next step. After completing the walk, Ethan returned to the teacher. Not a single drop had spilled. The teacher looked at the bowl, then at Ethan. "Tell me," the teacher asked, "did you notice the beautiful flowers in the village?" Ethan shook his head. "No." "Did you hear the music in the streets?" "No." "Did you see the people, the colors, the life around you?" Ethan paused, then softly replied, "No. I was too focused on the bowl." The teacher smiled. "That is your answer." Ethan frowned slightly. "I don't understand." The teacher leaned closer and said, "Your mind suffers not because there are too many thoughts, but because you give attention to all of them." He continued, "When you carried the bowl, your mind had one focus. And in that focus, there was no room for fear, no room for regret, no room for endless thinking." Ethan stood silently, absorbing every word. "Peace," the teacher said softly, "is not found by stopping your thoughts, but by choosing where to place your attention." Something changed inside Ethan that day. He realized that his mind was not the enemy, his lack of focus was. From that moment on, he began practicing something simple. Whenever his thoughts became overwhelming, he brought his attention back to the present moment. His breath, his steps, his work. Not perfectly, but consistently. And slowly, the noise in his mind began to fade. Years later, Ethan would tell others, "You don't need to control every thought. You don't need to solve everything at once. Just hold your bowl. Focus on what matters right now. Take one step at a time. Be present. Because peace is not somewhere far away. It is right here, waiting for your attention. So if your mind feels heavy today, if your thoughts won't stop, remember this. You don't have to fight your mind. You just have to choose what to focus on. And sometimes that simple shift can change everything.